Welcome to the webinar. We are waiting for the attendees to join in. So today's webinar is on growth mindset. So we all have been positive. We keep on saying that be positive in life. So we will learn today that how the mind can be taken into a new heights. Meanwhile, I request the attendees to post their question and answers into the Q&A box, and kindly don't post it in the chat box. Okay, we have 70 to 80 attendants now. Let's wait for another 1 minute. More and more should join in. Okay, we have Mr. Daljit Matharu as well in the panelist list now. So the attendees can post their Q&As into the QA box. We will be waiting for another 40 seconds, and then we will be heading forward for the webinar. Now, we are live on Facebook as well. You can catch us on the AMTC on Facebook as well, on our AMTC official page. Okay, another 10 seconds and we will be taking it live into the webinar now. We'll be heading for the webinar. Another 10 seconds you can wait. Okay, I think we should start now. We almost have, we have crossed 100 mark now. We can start for that. Okay, good morning, everyone. I am Aman Pratap Singh Pal, Faculty School of IT, on behalf of APJ Institute of Management and Engineering Technical Campus, Jalandhar. Welcome you all to this webinar on growth mindset, lifelong learner. Now, when students believe that they can get smarter, they understand that effort makes them stronger. So therefore, they put in extra time, effort, and that leads to higher achievement. First of all, allow me to introduce the panelists for today. That is Dr. Kulwant Kaur, Dean School of IT, Dr. Rajneesh Arya, Dean School of Management, Mr. Daljit Singh Matharu, Faculty School of IT, Dr. Pooja, Faculty School of Management, and my co-coordinator for alumni as well, Mr. Kaval Gurleen Singh. He is the head of placements of AIMTC Jalandhar, and of course our technical expert, Mr. Santosh Mishra. Thank you all. Allow me to introduce today's expert, Mr. Ravinder Pal Singh. Ravinder Pal Singh has an experience of 12 years in development support domain with live project applications. He has an expertise in change board management and IT service management. He has experience at different levels of offshore, onshore for support models. He has an understanding of conceptual business processes, good knowledge of incident and problem management, ITIL concepts, and he has been the project manager for DevOps and Agile. So the list is quite long. If I go on, we would require at least around 10 to 20 minutes explaining about what Ravinder Pal Singh is. But the most important fact is that he is our alumnus of 2004-2007 MCA batch. Very good. We have Dr. Rajesh Bagga, Director of the Institute. I now invite Dr. Bagga to please address the audience and formally welcome Mr. Ravinder Pal. Sir.
Very good morning to all of you. My apologies for delay in getting Zoom link, and I was actually in the previous Zoom meeting. So Ravinder Pal, really very nice to see you once again. I think this is the second one in the series of our Alumni Connect series. So wonderful watching and having the Zoom webinar along with our alumni, and definitely it is a proud moment for all of us. Our alumni, they have reached at topmost positions in the different segments. So my dear students, I think we are conducting a lot of webinars with regard to the different skill set. Like yesterday, we have incorporated this data analytics and financial segment, and today about the growth mindset, lifelong learner. So from yesterday's webinar, I am taking a cue. Key students, they must be curious, they must frame certain questions, certain bent of mind, and it is all related with the growth mindset. So when you are positive in your attitude, you are positive in your aura, and you are really having the growth oriented mindset, definitely it will be a lifelong learning. So introducing you with Ravinder Palji. He is the proud alumnus of APJ Institute of Management and Engineering, and he did his MCA in 2004 to 2007. And Ravinder Pal is having 12 plus years of experience in the application development support domain with live project applications. Having expertise in change board management and IT service management. Why I'm doing reading all this? Reason being, later on we will discuss one point. And he's having experience at different levels of sport process, onshore, offshore sport model as well. Conceptual understanding of business processes, good knowledge of incident and problem management, ITIL concepts, project management, PMP, Prince2, Agile, Develop Ops. And Mr. Ravinder has worked closely with product management and engineering in understanding the product requirement, planning, development, and release management of the product, that is change management. He possesses excellent communication, interpersonal, analytical, and problem-solving skills, and has handled multiple transitions of applications and teams to MDocs on-site experience. Students, so this is simply the profile which Mr. Ravinder Pal has developed over a period of 12 years, but definitely all requirement is what? The requirement is what? Requirement is the positive mindset, and the topic chosen by Ravinder Pal today in his expert talk, it is growth mindset, lifelong learner. Definitely, as discussed yesterday as well, in the expert series, whenever we are throwing such sort of expert talks, I suggest all of you take at least one cue from each and every expert talk, and that will be really useful for having the making the path of your career growth and all that stuff. So sorry for a little bit interruption. And so, dear students, today definitely I am expecting you will be raising a lot of questions in Q&A form, in a Q&A instead of the chat box. I think must have been explained by the panelists, and we love to answer your questions with regard to the different areas. So Ravinder Palji, really nice to see you once again, and hopefully once the pandemic fully it will be over, lockdown will be over, to see you in our campus as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the kind word.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the precious word. So before we proceed for the seminar, I would request the participants and the attendees to please post your question and answers in the Q&A section. I would now invite the speaker of today, Mr. Ravinder Pal, to please address the audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the lovely introduction. It was very overwhelming for me also. Uh, First of all, good morning to all of you. It is a pleasure to come back to place you have learned and talk to people who will be representing us, our country in future. So you guys are the next level of IT. In IT, we say, we get graduated every 10 years. So when I started my career, it was all about C, C++, and some Java. And now today, when I look back, it is more on the data science. The mathematics is becoming king again. So we are learning ourselves. When I talk to you guys today, I am also doing some courses on my enhancement because I think I have to be relevant throughout. So I thought it is very important. I talk about this topic. This topic is something very close to my heart, and I have been talking about it in different forums and different forum where I'm representing my company or an individual wherever I go. So I thought when I was talking to Amanpal sir also, I thought why not come and just express my idea about this. This is before I start, and I today I have a presentation also which I like to use. But before I start on the presentation, I would like to ask you questions. Ask you guys a question. Do you know what is growth mindset? Anybody? You can put in the Q&A or in the chat wherever you want. I want to understand how much are we aware of this word growth mindset. Anybody? I'm still hopeful. Anybody who wants to, share their understanding about growth mindset, I'll be happy to know. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, screen is visible.
Okay.
Yes, it is visible, Ravinder.
Okay. I see a silence. I assume this, and I assume the growth mindset is a new word for all of you. So today, before I deep dive into growth mindset, I have a question for you. Talent is inborn.
Ravinder, there is one answer. When you realize that skills can be acquired.
Oh, very, very nice. Thank you so much, Kanika.
And are not always innate.
Okay, great. Now, before we dwell into the topic for today, I have a question for all of you. Talent is inborn. What do you guys think? There are a couple of options for you. You can choose one of them. Anyone? Okay, how many of you agree that the talent is inborn and we cannot change that? And you might have so many examples around you where you can see that talent is inborn and you cannot earn the talent. It is something God gifted. Okay.
Disagree a little.
Okay, agree a little. If you
disagree a lot.
Okay.
Prince Gupta says agree a little.
Agree a lot.
There's Kanika ma'am, our faculty, she says disagree a little. And Avdeep Deora says agree a lot.
Okay. Now, if I ask this question to somebody who is what you call as a baby boomer or people who were born before 1971, they would say talent is inborn. Talent cannot change. You are born as a scientist. When you are born, you were born with that that skill set. You can take example of so many people around. The best example will be Albert Einstein. People say he never went to school. He never had a formal education, but he's one of the great scientists we had. So this question has evolved throughout the generations. So if I ask this question to somebody who's born in late 70s, 50s, I am sure the answer will be the talent is inborn. However, I would walk you guys through a journey and ask you this question again. And I want to see whether I was able to make any impact on you guys or not. So before I go and start talking about mindset, I just want to give a knock at your doorstep and tell you guys the changes are ahead. The people who are in final year, people who are in second year or in the first year, after 2-3 years, you will move out of college and you will join corporate, or you will join an organization, you'll pursue. But eventually you have to go to the market, which can be jobs, which can be colleges or anything. The time will not be the same as it is today. The life will be no more about lectures, not about assignments, not about examination. The life will change. It will be more goal oriented. It will be more transactional based, and the things will change for you. And the question is, are you ready for that? And these changes which are happening today are very rapid. You can take the best example of COVID. COVID, when started, I remember in November 2019, I was supposed to travel to US. I denied that time. I got an advisory that if you travel, there is something called as COVID. It is a virus which is mostly in China. Nothing to worry, but you have to take some precautions. And when you are back to India, you have to self-quarantine. The quarantine word was first time I heard that time, that you have to quarantine yourself for 2 weeks. And somehow I could not go due to some personal reasons. And then I heard it is coming nearby. Then I heard it is in in Pakistan. Then I heard, oh, it is in US. And now the thing is, it is in our neighborhood. And I really pray that everybody here and the families and near and there are saved from this, because this is dreadful. We have seen this. The second wave is already in India and it is massive. The COVID itself is changing. So if you want to learn, you can learn from COVID also. That life keeps on changing. It is not the same stain. It keeps evolving. The same is your life. The current environment where you live in, the things get changed. I have a simple question for you. How many of you will use the same mobile for 5 years? The answer is no. Because your companies like Apple, Google, OnePlus, every year they are launching a new phone and their phones are being sold. This is a validity of the concept that people keep on changing now. People are okay to change. There was a time when we want to change a phone, you were thinking, phone naya le loon, then I have to copy my contact. Oh my God, my data will be lost. But now people are becoming so used to the changes, they change phones every year. And this is a demand coming from consumer like you and me, that we want things at a rapid pace. And that is why something, I don't know, sir, how many of people are from the engineering background and from MCA, BCA?
We have a BTech as well, Ravindra.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
We have BTech students as well. So quite a few number we have.
Okay. So we also talk about Agile. I'm a certified practitioner of Agile. And whenever I go, I talk about Agile is not only in IT. Agile is everywhere. Now, if I ask you a question again, how many of you read newspaper or listen to the Samachar at 8:30? How many of you? The answer will be very less. Maybe one wonderful gentleman will be here who says, yes, I read the whole newspaper in the morning, or I go and watch this news in the 8:30. The answer is no. But if I ask you how aware you are about the news, the answer is I'm aware. I'm self-aware. I know what is happening in Punjab. I know what is happening in India. Now, where is the news coming from? The news is coming from your feeds, the feeds that you have from Google or for Facebook, for Insta or whatever it is. That means you are getting small chunks of news all the time. So we are going into a phase where things are getting into agile mode. Agile is a way of living in the future. So the changes are ahead and changes will keep happening all the time. It's an incremental change that will happen all throughout their life. So you have to be ready, agnostic to the change. This is very important. I will not change my seat because I have been sitting on the seat for the last 2 years. This is what, what I heard in my school, I will not change my seat because this is my seat. I sit here every day. This pandemic has made my organization to a thing that why you need a permanent seat in office. You can book a seat, come and sit anywhere and go home. And by the way, there are companies. I'll give you an example of Citibank CEO. There was a renovation happening in his office in 1994. It took the whole organization 3 months to shift his office because it's a CEO office. So they took them 3 months to shift the office to a different floor. He made it a point that I will shift my room every year. And every year he started shifting the room. Now his whole room was shifted in a day. This is how you get agnostic to the changes, then changes don't matter you. So the very important concept which I want to talk today was change. Change is going to happen. Now, whenever there's a change, there are two things to it. Is change a chance for me where I can prove myself, where I can evolve? The answer is yes and no also. So it is about you, how you take the change. Every change that happens is a chance. How? I can share a few examples with you. Now, this is a drive-in event. This is a Southwick Zoo, which happened to be a zoo for animals. People will come. It's a social gathering. People will go and see animals. Now, with COVID, what happened was, it was decided we will close all the zoos across the world. Whole zoo, all the zoos were closed. Now, what will happen to this poor zoo owner? How will they survive? They said, okay, you know what? I don't care. I will do something different. They opened a drive-in cinema. You can drive in your car, sit, watch the movie, enjoy the food, maintain social distance. At the same time, the company is earning money. This is a change which I made as a chance. I made it sure that, you know, I evolved. Ford is a US #1 automobile company. They knew from the day one that if we are having a pandemic, nobody will buy cars because people will lose their jobs. They will stay inside. They will not buy cars. I can show you example, my personal experience. A lot of my friends, when they move, and typically in IT, the companies announce that, you know, we will not work in 2020. We'll open only 2021. So a lot of them said, we'll go to our hometowns. So they sold their cars, or they said, you know, we don't need a car here because I'll go to my hometown. I'll come after 1 year. Why need a car? So the car sales across India got down. Same as with Ford. Now Ford said, you know, I don't care if I'm not able to sell car. What can I sell? I can sell masks. I can sell ventilators. So the Ford changed their assembly to manufacture ventilators, which is hot cake today as well. India as a country, we still have scarcity of ventilators across India. So the Ford as a company decided, we see an opportunity in COVID. People have a different demand. Can I cater to that? Yes, I can. So they started manufacturing masks, manufacturing ventilators, and they are the biggest, you know, exporters from US right now.
Ravinder, would you like to have questions side by side, or we will have a at the end of the session? Surti is asking, what mistake did you make today that taught you something?
Well, I have read a book called as, you know, 5 AM Club by Robin Sharma. And this book talks about atomic habit of getting up at 5 o'clock. It says, you know, you run a race every day with people around you who get up late. If you get up at 5 o'clock, you have additional 2-3 hours, which you can use for your personal growth. So today what I learned was, you know, even on a weekend, I slept quite late and I woke up quite late. So the discipline is gone. And that's why I lost 3 hours, which I could have used for my personal growth. So the thing I learned is discipline. Discipline doesn't need any excuses. It should be followed every day. That is how you grow. Now, important
point taken.
Yeah.
Yes.
Medtronics technology has been into robots from last so many years, and this is an Israeli-based company. Now, this company, what they did was they had robots which can monitor people, which can monitor the activity. Now they realized COVID is a time where nobody would like to enter the ward. You know, the caretakers will all are highly, you know, have exposure of getting COVID. So they sold these robots to the hospitals, where these robots can be fixed around a patient. They will monitor them. They will make sure that the patient is normal. If there's any abnormality, they will send a message to you. They will make a call to you. They will raise an alarm. So this way, you don't have any attendant to go inside and see what is happening with the patient. You have a monitor. You have a robot that takes care. Now they use this as a chance. They have been making the robot from long, but people are not accepting them. Now, if I ask you guys, you know, in hospital, a robot will be caretaker. The answer will be, well, are you mad? How can robot take care of people? Somebody is in the ICU. But now with COVID, I know people are resistant. People can get COVID. Can I have a robot which can just sit there, monitor and tell me what time I should enter? So I'm minimizing my exposure to COVID possible. And this is an opportunity they use. Okay. What is the common thing in all the 3 examples which I gave? The common thing is the perspective. Everybody in this case knew COVID is coming. With this COVID, so many people have shattered. They went into the cocoon. But companies like Ford, companies decided that, this is an opportunity. I will not fear. I will see what I can do to overcome this fear. How can I leverage this as an opportunity to get maximum out of it? This is the common thing which I can derive from it. These are the wonderful companies, which I hope you guys remember. Kodak, I was born watching Kodak ads. I grew up watching, having Kodak camera at home, buying Kodak film reels and, using Kodak. But if I talk about Kodak, I don't find it anywhere. It is gone. Nobody know what is Kodak, because everything is taken over by your mobile phones or your digital cameras. And you will be amazed or shocked to know Kodak was the first company who developed a digital cam. They were the first one who developed and thought this is waste. Nobody will use it. People use mechanical cameras. They don't need digital cameras, and they scrapped the idea. And today they are nowhere. Polaroid once it was the go-to person or a camera experience. So Polaroid is bankrupted. They are gone. Nobody is using them. Compaq was one of the good brand in India we had in 1990s and in early 2000s. If you talk today, we hardly hear about Compaq. There are so many other rivals, which so many sustainable rivals which are in market and which are still there. Last is Nokia. Nokia, if you want to go, YouTube, watch Nokia CEO speech. He's crying there. Nokia, when again, I'll go back. In my colleges also, I had a Nokia phone, and Nokia was a strong believer. People need good quality phones, which has got good physical build. They continue to make phones which are Nokia 1300 is an example. They made phones which are very robust, which can survive for 2-3 years. But my first slide, I told you, iPhone is launched every year, and people are buying it every year. So I don't need a phone which is a bulletproof phone. I need a phone which looks hanky-panky and which has features which I can enjoy, which can flaunt in the market. I often see people having iPhone with that Apple logo outside to show people, oh my God, I have got Apple. Because it's a brand. Apple was launched for innovators, by the way. If you know the history of iPhone was never meant for a commercial use. iPhone was launched as an R&D for innovators. But later on, they found we have touched the chord of senses. Touch is a sense, right? One of the senses, sensory organ is touch. And you felt that you can touch the human interaction, and this is your area.
Okay, Ravindra, one more question is coming.
Yeah.
What a time when you feel like giving up, but instead you kept going, and how did it make you feel? What motivated you to keep going? This is by Surbhi Batra.
Okay, Surbhi, I was campus placed in a company called as UST Global when I was in APJ Institute. 20th October 2007, I was placed. I never got an offer letter. I got an offer letter. I never got a joining letter, because 2007 or 2008 was the recession which started in IT. I completed my project. I was waiting at my home for 9 months to get my joining letter. I never got it. I got an email saying that due to the current crisis in IT, the joining is delayed. We will keep you posted. My batchmates were already 8-9 months into the organization, and I was blank slate, nothing to do. Now this is where I was. Then I talked to my son. I spoke to one of my mentors, and he told me, this is the worst that can happen to you. Either you will die from here, or you will do something. So don't worry about it. Start giving yourself. So whenever I feel bad, whenever I feel I have lost something, I'm not doing good, I go back and check 2007, 2008, that email, and that reminds me how far I have came. From having no job, today I'm working in one of the best telecom company in the world, and I have a diversified exposure in development, in testing, in production support, in client handling. I have done so many things in last 12 to 14 years, and I'm so proud of it. And I think had I joined a company which would have put me on a table, and when I compare myself with people who join campuses, I feel proud about myself because I have seen the crude of IT. I have worked in a company which told me, you can come and work from tomorrow, but you need to bring your chair. Salary to bhul jao aap log. I was in Chandigarh, I'm not near the company. They told me, you can come and work, salary to milegi nahi, but only problem is you have a laptop, that is good, but we don't have a chair for you. Can you bring your own chair? So 3 months, I bought a chair in the evening. Next day I went to the office, put the chair and started working there. And 3 months I was just going and working there with no money, no compensation. That is where I started from. And there are people who have different stories and stories which are more inspiring for me also. So that is one motivation that I had in start of my career.
So insecurities and threats are everywhere, and the point is how to overcome them. Everyone has different methods, and Vinay is saying that it is quite confusing and how to do it. Yes, Ravinder?
Confusing in what regard? So when the survival is the only story you have to write, you fight for it. If I ask you to jump a canal which is 4 feet wide, you will not jump. But if a lion is running behind you, you will try to jump. That is the survival. So when you are given an opportunity, you have no options, you survive. And this has happened with so many things. COVID, we never knew what will happen. I work in an IT company. My company always believed, working in office is the way to work. When we closed our office in 17th of March 2020, when we closed our office, we were in panic. How will we answer the customer? Customer was also very sarcastic. How will you work from here? India doesn't have a good internet. This was a belief till last year that India mein infrastructure hi nahi hai. How can people work from home? I used to answer the same question to people who are reporting to me, that somebody sitting in US can work from home. Why not from India? The answer was, yes, we don't have infrastructure. But now with the threat, with an opportunity, we have evolved. So it is the persistence that really helps.
True.
Okay. I would, I would pause for questions now. I would take all the questions in the end because I have something important which I want to show you, which I have prepared for you guys specially, and then we can. Okay. So I'll try to wrap it as soon as possible. Now, something important which I have noticed is change. Change is happening in all the cases, be it Nokia, be it Ford, and everywhere. For some, the change is chance to evolve, chance to grow, chance to make money. And for some, the change is challenge. Yaar, ye kya ho gaya, ab kya karunga main? For example, somebody sitting in this room who's interested in dance, and you have a knack. You are happy, wow, wonderful. I'll go and showcase my talent. But on the other hand, somebody who is not very vocal, who is shy, will feel the challenge. Arey yaar, main stage pe aake karunga kya? What will I do on the stage? This is a challenge. Now, how do a same change where we have a fest in college becomes a chance for somebody to showcase a challenge, showcase a talent, but it becomes a challenge for somebody who's introvert? The answer is mindset. Why this gap is there? The answer is mindset. We have a problem in the mindset that needs to be fixed. Unless we fix that, the things are going to happen like that. Now, let me introduce something very important, which is called as growth mindset. The growth mindset is an ability, is a positive frame of mind where I say, I will evolve, I will learn. Things can change with me. I can learn new things. I can try. On the other hand, fixed mindset is itna hi milega. This is what I am. You have to live with me. If tomorrow you go to an organization and tell them in an interview, this is what I have learned in so many years, this is what I can offer you. Itna hi milega main se. Do you want to hire me? The answer is no. We always look for people who want to evolve. And how do you evolve? You evolve with your mindset that I want to learn. What is a growth mindset? It is a simple definition. Quality and abilities can be improved. You can take example from any sphere of the life. We have evolved. We were never born with a silver spoon, but we have evolved. From apes, we have evolved. From anywhere, we have evolved. If you talk about yourself, you would have evolved in last 3 years. If you haven't, then there's a problem. Now, when I talk about growth, what is the first thing that comes in your mind is growth can happen. I will get tools and I'll go for it. I'll give you a classic example, which I personally felt is losing weight. We all want to reduce weight. How do you reduce weight is, you start dieting, you start walking, you start going to the gym. And what really happens is you give up. This is a survey from Harvard Business Review. The new habits, new resolutions that you take, they go away. They go away in 2 weeks. They fade away in 2 weeks. Why that happens? People wait for, in the month of December, you start procrastinating. And on the 1st of January, you start going to the gym, you start reading the new book, you start programming. Come the day 13, you say, "Arey yaar, ab to festival aa gaya, let's do it after 2 days." And then after 2 days, you'll say, "Arey, ab to continue." And this is for everything that we start. Most of the people who start a new hobby, new skill, they leave in 2 weeks of time. Why that happens is because you are just focusing on the tools. How can I learn it? If I ask you today, you have to learn guitar. Okay, I will go to Simply Guitar on YouTube. I'll start learning guitar. Will you learn guitar? The answer is no. And I have a reason for that. Because you need to first address your mindset. Why you want to learn the guitar? Is your subconscious in sync that you should learn the guitar? When you have that in your mind, that I want to learn the guitar and I have a valid reason for my subconscious, I should learn the guitar, then only you should look for the tools. Because when you have a desire to improve, only then the improvement will happen. Now, if you know today that health is very important because COVID is there, because you have to work in a corporate life and it's a sedentary lifestyle, you should have a good health for you. For me, it is very important that I should have a good eating habit because my life is very sedentary. I sit on the table at 10 o'clock, I get up at 1 o'clock, then probably at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Now I should eat good. Why I should eat good? Because I want to live. It's very simple. This is the reason I tell myself, Ravinder, you have to survive. You should eat healthy food. Now then I am in sync with it, and my subconscious says, yes, this is the need. This is what I should do. Now then I will look for the options, and you will evolve. Trust me, you will evolve. This is my, you will say, I cannot do the jogging in the morning. How about night? Can I do a cycling? And this is how you evolve. So whenever you set your mindset that I want to do something, you find tools for it. And when you practice those tools, the growth and learning is going to happen. That is a known truth. Now, belief will generate your or impact your behavior, and behavior will help you in results. When you believe कि आपका program run नहीं होगा, तो आपके confidence नहीं आएगा. When you don't have confidence, when you write, you will have errors. When you have errors, the result is failure. When you have belief that I have studied well in my college, I can run any program on data structures, I will do it. Then your behavior is, I can do it. Your belief system actually drives your behavior. In an interview, if you get into an interview by a fluke, you have it, I don't deserve it. When you yourself feel I don't deserve it, you will never clear that interview. On the other hand, if you have a strong belief system, I have well read, I have good marks, I have done wonderful in my college, I have the concepts. Sometimes marks are also not important, guys. I take my words back. I have a good knowledge. My knowledge will show in my behavior, the way I talk, the way I'll answer the questions, and that will give you the results. The result is confidence and getting a job or getting good marks. Now, since I'm talking about growth mindset, and growth mindset is needed because growth mindset is a mindset which helps you to handle changes, which are going to happen all of my life. So can I just say from today, I have a growth mindset? Is there a switch, I turn it on, from today I'll have a growth mindset? The answer is no. Answer is clear, no. Growth mindset cannot happen like this. कि आज से मैं हर चीज में हाँ बोलूंगा, कुछ भी आगे मैं हाँ करूंगा. It will not happen like that. We all possess a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. How I'll give you examples. Now, in a growth, things where you are good, things where you are very efficient, you always have a growth mindset. For example, if you can run 10 kilometers, and if I ask you to run 11 kilometers, you say, let me try. Because you have a skill, you can run, you know you can run 10 kilometers, let's try for 12 kilometers. But on the other hand, you cannot even walk for 1 kilometer. If I ask you to walk, you will have 100 excuses not to do it. Same activity, different mindset is my capability. If you have a capability, you are okay to explore more because you have confidence in your skill. So the growth mindset will always be there. आपने एक प्रोजेक्ट बनाया, आपके टीचर ने बोला कि why don't you add this more feature to that? You say, okay, fine. This is I'm good at coding. Let me do that. On the other hand, if you have use some support, some ecosystem to make the project, and somebody tells you, इसमें change कर लो. The answer is no, change नहीं हो पाएगा. It is very difficult. I cannot make the changes. When you have this, you know that you are not capable to do it, or you lack the skill to handle this. That is where you shield yourself with fixed mindset. It cannot change. So, what triggers can I use to seed in growth mindset? The answer is practice is the key. You need to practice growth mindset. Before you say no, pause for 5 seconds, think, and then say no. Again, this is a typical psychology. And it is proven whenever you have to say no, you pause, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you will not say no 80% of the times. This is psychological fact. So next time when you are asked to do something new, don't say no. Take a pause, count 5, evaluate why no, and then say no. So you will start.
Ravindra, I would like to add little.
Yeah, please.
Right. Ravindra, as you mentioned that we need to have a growth mindset, I would like to add that normally why people fail in getting the change or switching to the growth mindset is that we always have a bigger targets. So that is why that targets are not achievable. So when for example, we have been into teaching since last 25 years. If we say that my percentage is 60, for example, for a student, and if a student says next time I will achieve 80%, so what will happen? The target is too big to be achieved. The student will never feel it as success. But if we set a reasonable target to be achieved, we will feel like a winner, and that becomes a habit. And gradually, we make it a part of our lifestyle that we have to grow. And I'm an achiever, not getting disappointed all the time. So my request to all the audiences that always set a marginal targets and feel as a successful person all the time, so that by the passage of time you end up achieving the bigger targets. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And you touched something very important. There's a book called as Atomic Habits, which talk about this concept. Somebody who, like sir said, somebody who has not scored 80% of marks throughout his life and is in 40% and plans for 80%, you cannot do that. So rather you do an increment. There's a book called as Atomic Habit. If you want to read, you can read that. That talks about how to make habits. So always increment a habit, and you all piggyback on a habit. For example, I want to develop a habit. I have a habit of developing and getting up at 5 o'clock. So develop that habit. Don't push too much things. कि मैं 5 बजे उठ के पहले walk करूंगा, फिर मैं jog करूंगा, फिर मैं पढ़ूंगा. You are putting 3 changes in your life, guys. Don't do that. Do a small increment. I will get up at 5 o'clock. I'll do whatever I like. I want to watch TV. I'll watch TV. I want to chat. I will do a chat. Once you develop this for 21 days, it is said a habit is developed in 21 days. 90 days, you develop a lifestyle. Okay. So 21 days when you practice it, you know that you can get up at 5 o'clock. You have a biological clock which wakes you up at 5 o'clock. Now you start building on top of that. You tell yourself, since you're getting up at 5 o'clock, why don't you spend 1 hour for jogging? Since I am used to getting up at 5 o'clock, I can add more. So this is how you evolve as a person. Now somebody is asking a question, how to improve, where to improve. Now there are 3 zones in your life where you can focus. One is a comfort zone. जो आता है वो करता हूं, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. One is a learning zone and one is a panic zone. I'll take example of college itself. For example, I am mentoring few engineering students also as part of one of my CSR activity for my company. So I have a person, he told me, I get 90% of marks in theory. Okay. And I want to talk. So I asked him, what will you do now? His answer was, I will prepare more in my theory. Now the question is, if you're already getting 90% of the marks in theory, even if you prepare more, how many will you get? 95, 98. How much is the increment? 8%. So whenever you put effort to improve your comfort zone, your existing skill, the output is very minimal. Why? Because you're already good in that. On the other hand, his programming skills are very weak. How much you are getting in programming skills? Around 40 to 45% marks every, and I'm just managing to pass it. Now, if that is a learning zone, because I have 45% of marks which I get it, and 100, out of 100 I get 45. So this area I can improve. So I asked him, why don't you focus on learning programming? Because if you can even score 30 more marks, you have an increment of 30%. On the other hand, if I have focused on my theory part, I will only get 8 additional marks, which is 98. Now see the improvement. So the idea is the learning zone, the skill where you lack, the skill where you are not proficient, you can focus on that, because the change that will bring will be huge. That will impact your personality. Things you are doing best, you can evolve to a degree. But if you look into the learning zone, you evolve more. And the last is the panic zone, do or die. Typical college example, first year I padhai nahi ki, you get supply. And then you realize you improved, but you have supply. But in the last 4th semester, if I don't clear all my backlog, I cannot sit in placement. If I don't clear my backlog in 5th semester MCA, I will have to repeat it after the college. That is a panic zone. In panic zone, sometimes people survive, sometimes people collapse. We don't want to go to panic zone, because panic zone is always stressful. When we try to make changes in panic zone, either you will come out, you will succeed, or you will fail. The cost is very high. In the learning zone, when things are evolving, you can always learn, fail, and learn from it. Whereas in the panic zone, there is nothing called as failure. So whenever you are setting up the goal, look for the comfort zone in your life. Say, okay, I am good at it, let's leave me there. Look for the learning zone, what I don't know. People often, I take example of placements. People often get confused with two things. They think, technical skill is the only skill I need for a placement. Unfortunately, technology also you have to explain, you have to talk about it. You go for a test, fine, you cleared a test, but agla round interview hota, right? Technical interview hota. And for the technical round, you have to talk. So the communication skills is also important. I have seen brilliant mind collapsing in the interviews. Why? Because they think technical is the only thing I need to learn. And this is a myth, by the way. This is a big myth that you are technically good, you will shine in your career. No. If Steve Jobs was only technical guy who could not talk, he would have never survived. His talks are still looked by the senior CEOs to see how he was talking on the stage. So the people who are doing good, they know how to express it. Whatever you know, you need to express it. You develop a software, you develop a product, but if you cannot explain it to somebody, there's no need of that product, because people don't have time to experiment. They want you to talk about it. And by the way, Einstein has this saying that if you cannot explain your concept to a 5-year kid, the concept is failed. How simple, this is how simple your concept explanation should be. So we always, now talking about placement only, you always talk about technical side. Why don't you talk about your learning side, which is your communication, your expression, your talking? That is where you can learn. When I have a good communication skill, I can convince them with my communication also, because we also need good communicators in the organization. Okay, now I'll tell something very important, which is goals. You have been talking about goals. Kaise karu? Don't go for big goals. You will fail, because you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's a very deep. Aim of my life is to become doctor. Kab tak? I don't know. Break your goal into tasks which you can win every day, which you can see getting succeeded every week. That is where the motivation will come from. I decided to read a book. You cannot read a book in a day. But if I decide today, I will read 5 pages every day. I will be winner by end of this day. I will complete a book by end of this month. I'll feel happy. At least I read one book in a month than reading nothing. So you have to be soft on yourself. Sometimes what happens is awareness. Sometimes we are in our zone कि चल रही है जिंदगी, but suddenly we realize अरे अब कुछ करना पड़ेगा. And then you go so excited that you said, like RSS said, you said so big goals which are not achievable. Don't go for big goals. Decide on goals which are achievable. That is what I call as SMART goals: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. And I think you have read about it also in your curriculum. And in corporate, we use them very effectively. Sometimes when we set the goal for our employees also, we see what can we do. For example, I want to get placed. Kab tak bhai? Which year you want to get placed? First year. Is it achievable? Can you get placed in the first year? No. And for example, I got this example. Somebody, I was talking to a guy. He told me, I want to make a body. And I was like, I am doing your mentoring for the placement, and you're telling me I want to make a physical body. Is it relevant for me? No. I'm not somebody who is a physical coach. So the goal should be relevant, and it should be time bound. Kab tak karoge aap? I will lose 30 kg in next 6 months. This is specific. I will lose weight. Kab tak? I don't know when. Maybe 1 year, one month, 1 decade. It's not there. So whenever you set your goals, the goals should be measurable. It should be specific, and it should be time bound. And it should be relevant to the skill where you want to learn. So if you want to learn music, you should have a goal around the music. If you want to learn programming, you should have a goal around programming. I will do programming 30 minutes every day for next 7 days, and I will make a project in 1 month. This is the time-bound goal. Now, I'll tell you about growth mindset, okay? You know this guy? Right? All of you know this guy, Sachin Tendulkar? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, you always say he is a maestro, he is a talent who's born, right? But do you really believe he is the best cricketer ever born? He is the best cricketer who has evolved. If you go and read his autobiography, he changed his batting stance, he's changed his bat, he lost his weight throughout his career to be consistent and to survive the changes which are happening in the cricket. If you go by book, Vinod Kamli is said to be better batsman than Sachin Tendulkar. But he failed because of his attitude. Sachin evolved throughout. So the talent can be groomed to the next level. It can be nourished. So if you look at Sachin, Sachin has evolved from a typical batsman. He became a bowler. He improved on fielding. So this all happened with him. He had a growth mindset. I cannot change my bat. My bat has to be this heavy. I will not play. You have a back problem. You cannot play with this bat. No, I will not change my bat. The career is gone. But he said, okay, fine. I have a physical, problem. Let me change weight of my bat. Let me change my batting stance so that I can play more cricket. This is how you grow. I really want to play. That is the desire. That is a growth mindset. Mr. Amitabh Bachchan was the first actor who broke the myth of TV and cinema. Before him, the TV was treated as a second-class cinema. People in TV will not go to movies. People from movies will not come to TV saying that it's a small screen. But he started Kaun Banega Crorepati, and he's still continuing it. He wanted to grow. Why he wanted to grow was a different story, because he lost his money in the ABC Corporation and he wanted to make money. So he said, why not try this new? Warner Buffett, Albert Einstein, mother got a letter from the teacher saying that your son is physically and mentally weak to be part of a regular school. You can teach him at home. But he evolved. His mother believed that he is a gem, and she worked on him, and he evolved as a great scientist. Warner Buffett, in his autobiography, writes that I used to read 300 pages of financial content at start of my career. He was not born as a gem. He read it, and that is how he evolved. So the growth mindset has got a lot of examples around you. People who have achieved, people who have evolved. So this is not a gyan that we are talking here that this has happened. You have pictures in front of you who have evolved throughout the tough times. And how they evolved is a growth mindset. Now, growth mindset, how it comes is experimenting. Do small experiments, try new things, and don't fear the failure. Because I am trying new things, I am bound to fail, but I'll keep trying. I have a simple question for you, which I will not ask because we have less time left. Is typing speed, to achieve a typing speed of 40 is very, very easy. Anybody who can type with fingers also can go to the 40 letters per minute. But achieving a speed of 40, 55 plus above, 55 and above, you need a typical typing hand, which is an art of typing. You need to practice a lot. So the practice is something which makes you perfect. So experiment new things, keep trying it unless you become perfect on it. What are the tools to have a growth mindset? Ask questions, because the question will clarify you why you are doing it. If you don't know why you're doing it, you will not give you 100%. मेरे को टीचर ने बोला मैंने कर दिया, मेरे को मेरे बॉस ने बोला मैंने कर दिया. But why I'm doing it, what is my role, how will it impact the society, how will it impact the organization is very important. Feedback. Take feedback from people who can help you to find the flaws, who can help you to find the improvement areas, and so that you can evolve. Because most of the times you don't know what you are lacking. People tell you where you are lacking. So make sure you get feedback from people how you're. And last thing which I personally feel is it is okay to make mistakes. You're trying. I still remember, I have total 1,000 hours plus of training on soft skills, or human skills. This is my passion actually. And I remember when I went for the first session, I could not talk for more than 5 minutes. I remember it, and that is okay. And I still cherish that. That was my first bold step that I could talk. And Kulwant madam is here. Jora sir is here. If I go and talk about myself in college, I was very low profile kind of a guy. I never thought in my dreams that I will request to come to this forum, talk to you guys. And why? And I'm not saying I'm an achiever. There are my batchmates who are doing wonderful, who are great achievers, and I look up to them. But I have one thing in myself, that I am evolving every day. I am improving every day. Today, I am happy that I'm able to talk to you guys in this forum, because I have gained the experience of talking. And I never had this in college. Then how did I start doing it? I started doing it by small experiments. I started taking small PPT in my office. I realized I'm talking good. I like it. Then I slowly, keep evolving, ask my mentors, how can I go into learning? And this is how I became a facilitator. Persistence is the key, guys. You will fail. You will not succeed in the first go. You have to be persistent. Keep practicing. When you practice, you gain the skill. There's another way. Set goals, ask questions, take new challenges, take feedback, keep experimenting, learn from the mistake, and keep perceiving. Don't leave things that you have failed today. Agar aapka program aaj run nahi hua, don't say you are not a good. Don't conclude you are not a good programmer. Go back and check what subject you are missing. Maybe you have to work more on trees. You don't know trees. Now, very important is challenges are looked as opportunities by fixed mindset. Obstacles are as learning. Efforts are always constructive. Growth mindset people don't feel are effort lagaya kya fayda. It is learning all the time. Criticism they take as a feedback, a positive feedback they'll work on. On success of others, they feel happy. Growth mindset people feel happy about other success because they inspire them. So these are the few attributes of a growth mindset individual who is always evolving and ready to learn. With this, I'll ask you this question again. Talent is inborn. I don't think so, but if you guys feel, again, we can debate on that. Okay. Now
so
I can
explain wonderfully. So really, the thought-provoking and very elaborate talk on growth mindset, and I must compliment the way you have presented a lot of tools, the techniques for the growth mindset really seems wonderful, and definitely And I am of the opinion, definitely on daily basis, if one is in a position to add some value addition in their routine work, definitely they are able to go a long journey. So I think if you allow, I can handle one or two questions so you can
Yes,
elaborate.
Of course, sir. Of course, sir.
Yes,
Please
yes.
go ahead.
So I think Surbhi mentioned what skills would you like to improve? What steps are you going to take to improve on these skills? Create a plan to work on those skills. And I think Ravinder Pal, he explained beautifully right from the very beginning about the change. And in the change, you can go with the chance or the challenge. You can take into consideration, and then further with the positive mindset, the learning and growth simultaneously that will happen, and the key area will be the practice. So once it was stated, I was going through one thought. The leaders, they must have the reading habit, and once it was stated that in case never have a friendship with a person whose TV screen size is larger than the bookshelf. So it means definitely the reading is the key area, and definitely on daily basis you must inculcate some of the habits, how to improve upon the system. The small incremental changes are required, and definitely you can excel. And rightly said Ravinder Paul, ultimately in case if you are having the technical knowledge, but the key area will be the communication skills, it must be imbibed, and definitely by having a practice on daily basis you can excel in that. And further, the goals you highlighted, different goals, these are the basic skill set which one requires to improve the goals. Then the short term must be taken into consideration first in order to achieve the long term objective, and the smart concept, the specific, achievable, measurable, etc., and time bound must be taken into consideration. And you keep on experimenting on daily basis something new, and definitely on the basis of your questions and the feedback. So I've gone through the entire PPT wonderfully. It is so relevant with each other slide, and you can imbibe a lot of things. So thank you so much. And I think one thing, one more question: what do teachers think about growth mindset? So, my dear students, teachers simply think in whatever we are teaching, you are taking care of all those areas. And definitely, when out of the same teaching, you are extracting something new, definitely you are in a position to learn more. And this is the kind of growth mindset the faculty or the teachers they are expecting. मैं आपको थोड़ा सा एग्जांपल बताता हूँ कि by chance during my graduation the topic was of cost accounting or the management accounting. वो कई बार हो जाता है कि लगन लगने वाली बात है, and the persistence as stated by Ravinder Pal, this is the key. So by chance, but the 2-3 numericals, but they were marked wrong in my mid-semester test, you can say. So from that, I took it as a challenge that I must go with a lot of practice in case of the numerical problem solving. And you can find what I start doing at that point of time, how the target was set. It was like that. I consulted one book, one register for having around 20 to 30 problems, then the same topic from second book around 20 to 30 problems, then third book again 20 to 30 problems. And in final year of my graduation, I can still remember in a paper of income tax, I was aware about even the answers, the figures, whatever the question it was asked in the question paper, and I got 99 marks in that particular point of time. So why I'm trying to say, I'm not highlighting my achievements, but I'm just trying to say, definitely with lot of practice, anything can dwell to any extent. So that will be the key. So thank you so much, Ravinder Pal. And remaining questions, I think, Aman, you can discuss in case if some questions are being asked.
Okay. Ravinder, please, you can stop your screen sharing. That would be
Yes,
more easy.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
thanks. So the next question is from our faculty, Shikha Sharma. She says that if I set aim in my life and I achieved it, after achieving, should I feel satisfied or should I be unsatisfied to grow myself more?
Well, first of all, accomplishment has to be rewarded. This is what you call as motivation booster.
Okay.
I was talking to one of a telecom giant, when I was in US. I told him, you have done diversified business in telecom, and you have done varied roles. So how do you take a new role? He said, I have maintained a notebook. Whenever I take a new role, I summarize my previous role, what I have achieved, and then I write a new role. So, for example, architect in this project. So whenever I'm feeling I'm failing, I open that book and look into that book and see what all I have achieved. This is all my medals that I have achieved in my life. I have done 100 projects. I have done this. So this will actually motivate you. And very important, again, psychology is purpose of life. If we know what is purpose of life, then everything becomes your milestone. My I would tell you Bagasar is here. I realized it after 7 years in IT or 10 years in IT that I wanted to become a teacher.
Okay.
I like sharing my knowledge, and I cannot leave my corporate life. I have some responsibilities, and I was not sure whether academic will really adapt me. So what should I do? I said, okay, well, why don't I start sharing my knowledge in webinars, in different forums. So I became a pro in Agile, so that I go to different conferences from a company, different events. I share my knowledge. This way I'm also teaching the graduates. I'm talking to you guys. I'm sure even a single point, if you understood today from my talk, I'll be happy. I taught my juniors something which they can, take for their life. So I think the purpose is very important, Shikha, ma'am, because that will help you to connect to whatever you achieve, and that will motivate you to grow.
Very well answered. Very well answered. So the next one is from Ravi Chauhan.
Okay.
Elon Musk said college is not for learning.
Yes. Okay.
And that
So,
you could basically learn anything you want to be for free. Just want to know about your thoughts. So what is your
Okay.
take on it, Ravind?
So Ravi,
You have not learned anything from college. Does that mean so?
So Ravi is trying to skip the role of any college or institution. So my take on this little bit, one point I am considering, sometimes whenever something is stated by the top learners and the academicians or something, the top areas like Elon Musk, he mentioned college is not for learning. Sometimes it is because of the certain circumstances. The statement given at that point of time, that may be relevant in that context, but sometimes it is not relevant in the different context. So definitely the basic area or the basic thoughts must be considered at school level. So that's why the primary education, then secondary education, then higher secondary education, intermediate, and further the higher education, it is to be considered. And definitely when you are so inquisitive and when you are having a lot of questions and then getting feedback, definitely there are a lot of chances to excel. So but Ravindrapal, you can mention reason being you have gone through the college life, and then your experiences you can mention.
See, Ravi,
Sir, I
we
would
belong to a
like to add,
society.
sir, one.
Yes, sure, sir.
Sir, actually, learning is can be from any part of the society, not only in the college, but the college role cannot be ruled out. When we talk about the college learning, actually, college provides a platform where we can learn in a very faster manner, where we can accelerate our learning process. Whatever we can achieve from other sources, if it takes 10 years, the learning part in the college can accelerate up to 10 times. We can learn the same thing within a span of 1 year by under the guidance of the mentors and by the having the virtual platform. Maybe in the technical part, we can have experimentation also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, Ravi, I will answer you from the corporate. Okay, you live in a country where you need an entry pass in a company. That is your good marks and a college degree. So, US is a semi-structured country where people think they can learn on internet and they can evolve. We work and live in a country like India where the structured education has been our base. And one important thing, I'll share you my example. I developed interest in psychology 2.5 years back. So I started reading about it. I had the same concept कि online पढ़ लो सीख लोगे. But online is so vast. क्या पढूं? Where should I stop?
Yeah.
And what are the things I should learn? So then I joined a structured course now. And what I have learned now is they provide you a framework how to climb step by step. And nobody is stopping you to go to internet. But where is the framework? Where is the boundary? Boundary is very important for learning. If you don't have boundaries, you'll be lost in the mammoth of information that is over internet. So the college degrees are important. And by the way, Elon Musk himself have graduated, right? He has been able to do multiple companies because he had knowledge. College is not focused on one subject. It is diversified. It makes your
Yeah,
base,
very true.
and then you can switch between the roles. Otherwise, you'll be a skilled labor. Skilled labor is seasoned for 10 years in IT. After that, who will look for you? Nobody. Smart or hard work. Now, guys, this is up to the condition. Sometimes smart work helps, sometimes hard work helps. You cannot make a vaccine by smart work. You have to make a COVID vaccine by persistence. You have to study about it. You have to make it. You cannot cheat with this virus. So you have to do a hard work. You can do a smart work by maintaining the social distance. So you have to maintain these two things for yourself.
Yeah. Next one, you have just answered Ravi's question again, hard work and smart work. So
Negative
should we consider negative aspects on doing something to be prepared for the worst, or only positive approach is better?
Neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, is a technique you would have heard about it, psychological term.
Yeah.
NLP, I'll give you an example. There are two kids who are climbing a tree. The first one is at 10 feet, the other one is at 30 feet. And suddenly there's a wind. Now the mother is screaming. The kid who is at 30 feet, the mother screams, hold the tree. And he is holding the tree, and after 15-20 minutes, when the wind is settled down, he came down. The other kid who's at 10 feet and he has a bigger trunk to hold fell down. The question was asked to the kid, why you fell down? He told, my mother said, you will fall down. And I visualized I'll fall down. So the power of words really help. When you tell your mind, you will fail, you actually make a memory image of failure. And then you go into panic. So whenever you want to think of life, think about positive. There is something written by Dr. Chopra, which says, faith over fear. Whenever you have faith, it will always, is bigger than your fear. And when the fear is big, you don't have faith in yourself, in God, and anything. So my personal, suggestion is, have faith in your caliber and think positive. Whenever negative will arise, we have to face it. Why do you want to plan for a failure? Plan for a success.
Very well answered, Ravindra. Very well answered. So Shubhankar wants to ask this: is it compulsory to get a college degree to get into corporate? Cannot we do it on the basis of skills?
Today, 2021, not possible. I don't know 2030.
Okay. So that is the bottom line you are saying. That amidst this COVID period, this is not possible.
Yeah.
Okay. That is why we have resorted to online teaching and all. So
And,
any more?
Yeah, I have one thing, Bagasa answered about this growth mindset. 2004 and 2021, the growth mindset is, in the teachers, that they have also evolved with technology.
Yeah.
They are using technology for your betterment. When I remember myself in college, we were very focused on academic. That was around the world. Yeah. All the colleges in Punjab were focused on academic, getting good marks, getting placement by that. But now the focus is on overall development. And when I follow you, on Facebook, and I see we have evolved as a teaching community where we are focusing on overall development also. So this is growth mindset, where our faculty is also evolving and they are sharing it with you. They are creating this platform from alumni where we can come and talk. So this is example of a growth mindset.
Definitely. Rightly said, Ravindra Pal, means definitely this COVID time period, they have taught us really how to use technology to the maximum possible and in best efficient and effective way. In real sense, sometimes we used to have like the management faculty, they used to have lesser knowledge of the technology, but this time APJ as a group, APJ Institute of Management and Engineering, they have evolved like anything with regard to the online teaching. And since 2016, we were using the Moodle platform where all lectures being posted by all the faculty members. And even right now, all the attendees, they are having their attendance system on Microsoft Teams and all that stuff. So a lot of involvement of technology, definitely it is wonderful. And it is because of the technology, we are able to interact with you. We are able to interact with a lot of alumni, as well as from the experts from the different parts of country, as well as from abroad. So this is really wonderful.
Okay. So we are almost running out of time. So,
Sir, this last question I want to answer, this anonymous question.
okay, okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So let
Yeah,
me
please
tell
go
you
ahead.
this.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Even if you join corporate, you'll not be doing one job. Okay. If I talk about myself, I handle 8 projects and they all are different. And to be honest, some of them I really don't know why I'm doing it. So the college is making you a strong mentally, giving you that perspective how to grow with crisis around you. So
Act-
you finishing your assignment on time is a discipline that you need in your work also. So if you I and this, I answered, somebody asked me this question in a placement, right? Why a company like MDocs is taking people, or with 65% of marks through? It is a consistency. Somebody who has doing good in an academic will be a good employee also. And by the way, I am not one of them. Okay, I am not one of who was doing great, but I learned in my life.
Ravinder, Ravinder, please, one line for attendance. One line for attendance, which is a must one.
So guys, I tell you, this is said. Attendance जरूरी क्यों है? Because you get a routine out of it. If you go to class and you listen to a song every day, you get a gist of it. You learn the lyrics. Similarly, if you go to the class, sit there, you will get something out of it, rather than wasting time on Facebook or with your friends. Whatever this I tell my son yesterday. Whatever you watch cartoon on the TV will not add anything in your life. But if you are drawing today, after 10 years also you will come back and see this. This drawing I made in my 2nd class. Similarly, if you learn something a single bit in the class,
Beautiful
it will help you in
example.
exam.
Beautiful
Right.
example. Okay, one last thing we are going to take it. Subhankar wants to clarify that internship or a startup, how is it different from industry experience?
See, it is your own experience. When I joined, it was not a startup. They were small companies. Now you call them as startups. Okay, so they are crude. You do everything yourself. There's nothing called as a designer. There's not a US designer. So you learn yourself in a crude way. But the big companies invest heavily on the development of resources. I give you my experience. I handle a few things for my organization. We spend a lot of money. If you look at Infosys, Techem, Wipro, any company, they spend a lot of money in training the new resources. So you get a structured training there. You get a structure evolve over there. It is safe to work because they have projects which are big in nature. On the other hand, startups, they are quick wins. You go there, you learn there, and you grow. But eventually, the big companies are controlling the 85% of your IT today. So it is better to be part of the bigger bucket. Again, my opinion.
Yeah, and very true as well. Very true as well. Okay, so we have completely run out of time. Thank you very much, Ravinder. A wonderful, fantabulous session with you on behalf of APJ Institute of Management and Engineering. I owe it to you that every time I ask you, you're always available for us. Thank you for taking the time to speak to us today in a very, very brilliant manner. I would now invite Dr. Kulwant Kaur, Dean School of IT, to kindly propose vote of thanks.
Really, thank you so much, Ravinder. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Kulwant ma'am, please.
On the behalf of APJ Institute of Management Technical Campus, would like to mention deep sense of appreciation to Mr. Ravinder Singh for taking out time for sharing knowledge and experience with our students. I'm sure it must be very good learning experience for all. I hope that our association with you will continue in future too. I would like to request you for leading support for our students through live projects. It can be internship or the placements. Mr. Ravindra, whenever you are in Jalandhar, and please do visit our campus when COVID will be over. Thank you so
Definitely.
much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
We are really proud
Thank you
of you,
very much.
Ravinder, and a big round of applause for our alumnus, Ravinder Pal Singh. So
Thank you.
thank you so
sir.
much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot, Ravinder. Thank you, Bagga sir. Thank you, Dean ma'am. Thank you, Rajneesh Arya sir. Thank you, Daljeet sir, Pooja ma'am. Thanks a lot.